chat, and then we will be able to answer those at the end. So just to start with, in case there are people on the call that aren't familiar with who I am and my son and Olson's Martial Arts Academy, I'll just give you a quick background. We've been here in Johnson City for over 20 years. We opened up Olson's Martial Arts Academy 20 years ago, just a small family business, and it's grown into a very big family business. And during this time, we find ourselves in a unique opportunity to use our facility for the community as a place where kids can go to a consistent, safe, and educational place for school during this time. I actually homeschooled my children for many years, so it does put us in another unique situation where I do have experience with that. How do you manage that and continue with the kids' education? And then also, one of the goals that we have with this program is that the students who come to this homeschool academy will be able to, when they're ready, seamlessly go back into school. So that's something that's important to us as far as the education. And we're just going to go through on the webinar here on how we propose to do that. All right. So we do have a plan. We do have qualified teachers ready to teach and excited about teaching. We are going to be able to provide social distancing, and then the curriculum that your children will be going through is standard with what's expected from the state. So how to get started? The first thing that you need to do if you're not familiar with homeschooling is that you do need to enroll your family in a homeschool umbrella. There's a number of ones to choose from. You can register yourself as independent homeschool, and you do that through your child's actual elementary school. So you would talk to the administrators and tell them that you're going to be registering as an independent homeschool, so they know that that's what's happening with the child. They're not going to call you up and say, "Hey, where's the student?" The other thing is to go register under what is called an umbrella school. Some of them they're called church umbrella schools because they have a religious affiliation, and then some of them are non-religious. You just can choose which one is the best for your family. So church umbrella homeschool, independent homeschool through your child's school that they would be going to. And then you would enroll in Olson's Homeschool Academy. So,
and here in just later in the presentation, we provide two top umbrellas that you can enroll in, and another link to many. There's so many choices for umbrellas. So we're going to provide that information for you in the slides here coming up.
One of the things that the students that have already enrolled today in, some of them have chosen independent school, and you do need to tell what curriculum your child's going to be learning, and so we'll go over that also. So the way we propose to make this happen is with multi-age classes. Again, all of the teachers are certified and they are very knowledgeable. We've had a chance to meet with all of them personally and interview them, and just the same high quality of people that we want to have leading the children in our martial arts classes, we want teaching, and they certainly fit that criteria. But they all have experience in teaching multi-age, which is one way that we're going to be able to accomplish this at our facility. So K through second grade would be a class, third through fifth grade would be a class, and then sixth through eighth grade would be a class. If you have a student that is above the eighth grade and you would like them to have a place to go, most children at that time are kind of self-directed with independent or online studies, but just give us a call and we'll see if there's something we can do. But right now, these are the classes, the classrooms, spaces that we have, and the teachers that are already willing to teach.
And I'll say, in meeting the teachers, they were very enthusiastic and excited for this challenge and being able to come up with their plans for teaching. They're very enthusiastic and very excited about this opportunity that has come up. So we have all the faith in the world in them and that they're going to do a wonderful job with the kids.
Even before we have students enrolled, they're already planning, and number of them have like more than 8, 9, 10 years of experience. And again, like I said, with multi-age. So that's something that's really important to us, is that if we're offering an education for your child, we really do want it to be the best we can provide. Class size, all right, so each multi-age grouping, as I mentioned before, would be a minimum of 10 children in the class and a maximum of 20. So that would be the size of each of those classes.
So, and the reason for that is, we could actually fit more in the academy, but we really want to make sure that we keep the social distancing 6 feet apart. We're going to have different tables in the classroom so the kids can sit 6 feet apart. And so that's why we want to keep the class size down. And then, however, we do need a minimum of 10 in order to have the class to cover costs and expenses and for the teachers and supplies.
So let's go ahead and just cover COVID and what that means for us and how we plan to handle that. So with social distancing, as Keith mentioned, the size of the classrooms, the number of children in the classrooms, very easy for us to maintain social distancing. We're already having social distancing in our martial arts classes, so it's something that the instructors are used to, and the teachers, they've already seen the space and what they are going to be working with, and they're very comfortable with being able to maintain that for everyone. Okay. Mask mandate. We are following the Washington County mandate for our business, Olson's Martial Arts Academy, and so we will make sure we follow that same mandate for when the school is in there. Everything will be, whatever is required for Olson's Martial Arts Academy will be the same requirements for the kids that are in school. Right now, that is the employees, the teachers have to wear a mask, and the children under 12 do not have to wear a mask. So if your child is older, 13 or up, according to the current mandate, that is what we would follow. Should someone test positive for COVID, we do not plan to shut down. We do plan to maintain every precaution, obviously let you know, make you aware so you can make your own educated decision about what you want to do. But our goal is to keep a consistent learning environment for the children, as safe and continuous, so their education is not interrupted, and we want to keep them on a schedule so they can be comfortable. Also, we will ask that you sign a liability waiver concerning COVID when you join the school. The school day, all right, this is kind of the fun part and the things people are having the most questions, what does this look like? So school will start at 8 a.m. It'll end at 12 p.m. So 4 hours of education. And then after school care, if that is needed, we will need to end that at 4 p.m. because we will be maintaining our afternoon martial arts classes. And just for the number of people in the building and making sure everybody stays safe and taken care of, we'll end after school care at 4 o'clock. There is an extra fee for after school care, and we'll go over that in just a little bit.
And I don't know if we mentioned this in the beginning, I believe it was on the slide, but August 10th is our start date. And then December 18th?
Right.
18th. December 18th will be the end date for the school. And then I believe we're getting it into the next slide. 4 days a week, they will be getting their Taekwondo martial arts training in there to break up the school day, Monday through Thursday. So they will be physical and getting exercise along with their learning. So I think we're going to get more into that.
Yeah, and since you mentioned the start and end date, I just want to remind everybody that this is a commitment that we are all making for the full semester. It's not something that, I don't think it's something that you want to do for 6 weeks and then they go back to school. I think that would be a little difficult. We're asking for the students to commit for the full semester. Olson's Martial Arts is committing for the full semester, and the teachers are committing. So from August 10th to December 18th, everyone is committed to making this work for the children and the families. After that, we if anything, we've all learned we can't predict the future during this time. So, as we get closer to the end of the year and we see what's happening with COVID and with school systems and what's available, we have talked about the contingency of continuing through the second semester, or things, go back to normal and everybody wants to go back to their school. That's something that's an option also. So we are prepared if we need to continue for the second semester. It's not necessarily our goal. We are committing to this first semester.
If the need is there, we'll provide it.
Yes, we don't want to leave anybody just hanging out there. Our main focus really, and what we've heard from the parents and people involved, is just the continuity and safety of the kids, and having a place to go every day where they know what they can expect, and that we are going to continue. So this is a sample from one of our teachers that is teaching the 6th through 8th grade of what a day would look like. There's certainly room for some flexibility, but a typical day would be the children would arrive between 7:45, 7:55 a.m. We will do a temperature check. And so their first subject would we be getting right into math. School does need to start at 8, and they would do their math. The curriculum, if you'll notice, let's see, I have it on here. Yeah, right here. This is the curriculum that we'll be using. If you're not familiar with Khan Academy, I do think I spelled that wrong. I think it's K-A. Group curriculum that if a child is in 6th grade working on math, there are certain skill sets that they need to have. One child may be ahead, one child may be behind, but the teacher has this curriculum that allows them to slow down for those who need it and speed up for those who are ready, and it's fully competent and prepared and used to teaching in this environment with the multi-ages and the multi-levels of students. So that's how we're going to, or the teachers are going to accomplish the curriculum. Like I said, I look at teaching all the curriculum for 6th through 8th grade, and that might sound a little overwhelming. They were perfectly comfortable with it.
They're very prepared.
I was impressed. All right, and then we'd have a social studies, which would be more of a group lesson. And then, I could see where the teacher would say, okay, well, I want you to write about, and then of course you have your different levels of expectations for the writing on the lesson. We would have our Taekwondo class, and our Taekwondo class would be taught by our instructors. It would also include the leadership training. So as you're writing out what your children are studying, we have math, social studies, English, and science. Those are the 4 main standard things that children need to be learning according to the state of Tennessee. So we are going to cover all of that, a good education, keeping with the standards, but they also will have PE, a physical education, which will be martial arts, and then also leadership training, which falls under the category of performing arts. So it actually is a curriculum that they will get a grade in also. Snack, each student will bring their own snack. We'll cover that a little bit more. And science lesson, and then ending with language arts. So you can see the day goes very quickly. It's very efficient and very effective to getting the education and the kids having a good time learning in a classroom environment. So we talked a little bit about standards. So we have discussed in depth, and the teachers understand that our goal is that the children stay right on task with what's happening in the state of Tennessee in terms of education. And so we don't want them to miss anything or be behind in anything. So the teachers are definitely set on making sure that if your child is in the 5th grade and they are supposed to know this about science, that is what they're going to know. All right, so we want to provide that for you. It's not just something to do until everything settles down. We want a quality
We
education.
want to keep them on track and help them
Absolutely.
transition smoothly back into school whenever that comes.
Right, and then the last sentence here on this slide, the students will receive grades. So you will have a grade to report to your homeschool entity that, one, they did complete science for that semester and what their grade is. They'll have 2 9 weeks and of course a final. They will have a PE grade and a leadership grade. Homework. Because efficiency is something that the teachers are concerned about, and then also just during this time of uncertainty, family time, and how important that is. Try not to add any more stress. There will be no more than 1 hour of homework a day. Many days I'm sure there'll be no homework. Reserving homework for maybe a student who needs extra practice on a subject, or say a project, if they're working on a book report or something like that, or a science project, being able to assign some work at home to get that extra little bit done. That'll free up your family. So from 8 to 12, your children will be in school. And then after that, you have time to help them pursue other interests, arts, music, another sport, something like that. So the cost per student for the semester is $4,000. And that includes quite a bit, so I'll go over that in detail. There is a 10% discount for additional family members. That's per extra family member in the same household. So $400 off essentially for each family member. We have a couple of payment options. One, if you want to just pay the tuition, you can, $4,000 for the semester. Or you could do $2,000 to reserve your spot. And then if you could have the remainder paid by September 15th. We do have quality teachers, and in order to have them and have them commit to follow through with this, we do need to pay them. So we want to make sure that we have the best we can give you. So what this includes, what the $4,000 includes, it does include their tuition for school. For those of you who are martial arts students at our academy, that also includes their martial arts tuition. So, if you have a monthly payment that you pay for tuition, you would not pay that anymore. The $4,000 includes your tuition and their leadership training.
So basically August through December
5 months
of their training would be included.
Right, the 5 months. Some students are in the jiu-jitsu program and have asked about this. The way that would work is they would take a semester of Taekwondo. They would do that during their school day. We are not doing jiu-jitsu in the school day, but they could certainly come in the evening. We will still have our regular evening classes. They could come to the evening classes and do jiu-jitsu. There would not be an extra charge for that.
And that goes for everybody. If you guys wanted to get more training on top of what they were doing in the mornings, they can always come back to the class in the evenings as well, and Saturdays.
Yeah, obviously any special events that we have. And then if you're not already a student, if your child is not a student at Olson's Martial Arts, they would actually be enrolled in the program along with the homeschooling option. And they would just start their training at the very beginning. Our instructors are very qualified to teach new people. We have new people starting every day, all the way up through the black belt ranks. So they wouldn't feel like they didn't know what they were doing. There would be an instructor there to help them at the very beginning, and then also instructors for our black belts that are a little bit more advanced. Also, this would include the cost, includes all of your supplies for school, the curriculum. A lot of it is online, and the teachers already have lots of resources for the students. So we were able to keep that cost down. So you will not need to purchase anything extra except a few items I'll mention here that each student would need. But no books or no textbooks or workbooks or anything like that. What it does not include is the daily snack and drink. We cannot serve food. So what we would need each person to bring their own daily snack and drink with no peanuts for our students with allergies. It does not include after-school care. The grades third grade and up, each student would need to bring their own laptop, and the whole school day is not going to be on their laptop, but they will need it every day. So it is a tool that you will need to supply for them. We cannot supply that. And then each child will need to bring, and I think the part of the fun of school starting up again is you get to purchase school supplies. So even though you're not needing a whole lot, you will need a notebook, a folder to be able to take home assignments, and then also any correspondence between the teachers and at home, something, letting you know what they did today, things like that. They will need a personal notebook to supply all that. And we'd like them to be able to pick that out on their own. Anything else?
No,
so tuition includes school tuition, martial arts and leadership tuition, all of your school supplies, and the curriculum that you would need. You would need to provide for grades third grade and up a laptop, a snack, and a folder. So if you need after school care, all right, first of all, anything that we do at Olson's Martial Arts is we put our whole self into it, and passionate and structured and always trying to give you the best. So our after school program will match that. Our instructors that we have on staff already will be running that, keep your child active and engaged and having a good time while they're with us.
Yeah, they're not just going to be sitting there. They're going to be getting exercise. They're going to be having games, having fun, and different leadership lessons as well. So it's going to be very interactive during that
time. But if they want to take a nap, we're not going to say no. So we'll offer that 12 to 4 Monday through Friday. It would be $250 a week for the after school care. So that was not included in the tuition. Okay, so we had our first webinar today at noon. We've already had 5 families enroll. We do have a limit on how many children we can take. So if this is something that you're like, yes, this is an option that is going to work for my family at this very unique time, please enroll as soon as possible. Also, we are asking teachers, we've hired them without a classroom of students yet. So, in order to make sure that they do know that they have a position and a job and they can stick with us, I need to let them know you have so many students in your class.
And we need a minimum of 10.
Right,
okay? So we
to
need to
class.
have 10 students per grouping, per grade level, K through 2, 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th. In order to hold the class. And so within an hour, we had 5 students already signed up. And so I do believe it's going to fill up quickly. And so acting on it quickly would give the teachers reassurance, the kids reassurance that we're going to have a great school semester.
Mm-hmm. And the sooner that the teachers know that they actually do have a class, the sooner they can get planning. Because and this is all happening so fast. It was an idea that we thought, hey, we have a need in our community. This is something that we can actually do to help and provide and organize. We have a great facility that's up to code and ready to go and use, that's free during the day. So I know this is quick, but I know we also have to make some decisions pretty quick for our kids. So hopefully you can let us know if you're ready to do this. These are the websites that I mentioned. The Tennessee, it's actually tn.gov/education. I will email all this out to you, but I'll leave the screen up if you want to write it down. This will give you all the laws and rules about homeschooling that you need to know. This is a full list here of all the umbrella schools in the area. So you can look, and there's like, I don't know, 30 of them. So you could spend a whole lot of time looking through those. 2 of the most popular choices in our area are listed here: Home Life Academy and Gateway Christian Schools. These 2 are, we do have a robust homeschool program at Olson's Martial Arts. We have had for 20 years in our martial arts classes, and the families there that tell me that these are very good. They can answer your questions. They can help you get enrolled into a homeschool very seamlessly, easily. We've even had the people today got it all done today, got all set up. So two good things there. So if you are ready to enroll, I have 3 phone numbers up there. We can get you going. There's Keith's number, my number, and then also Olson's Martial Arts Academy. So we would love for you to give us a call, and we can go ahead and set you up and get that taken care of, have one less stress on you and your family. The kids will know where they're going to start to school, what they're going to do, where they're going to be going. And we will be having a parent and teacher meet and greet before all this, before the first day of school. And I think you'll see that these teachers are awesome as well.
Absolutely. If you call the school down there, the bottom number, just ask for Katie or for Kelly to speak with them on this particular issue. And then I've been calling and texting people all day long, so I just don't hesitate. Give us a call or a text, and we can answer any of your questions.
Okay, so let's see if anybody had any questions. So if you do have any questions about what we went over, if you want to go ahead and type that into the chat, we'll stay on for a few minutes and answer those for you. Otherwise, that's everything that we have to present. I know that gives you a lot to think about. Maybe you've already had a chance to talk to us and you're ready to go. Or you might have some more questions, and we certainly understand. There's so much to cover in a short amount of time, but hopefully that was very helpful.
Absolutely. We hope we can help.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. And whatever you choose to do, I know it's going to be the best thing for your child, and all of us working together are going to get through this.
So.
All right. Thank you.